listening to this podcast right now. Do you want to hear a fucking podcast about anything and everything? Like movies, music, television, and more?
Oh my God.
Well, you've come to the right place. Subscribe to Journey into Comics Network, and you get Podcastrophe, hosted by me, Dick. Why not throw a couple bucks to the Patreon? It's your choice. Yeah. This is a Podcastrophe.
That sounds so awesome.
The following
is a Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Is a Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Network.
production.
This is a tasty burger.
You ever tried shawarma? There's a shawarma joint about 2 blocks from here. I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.
Do you want some coffee, Mr. Tully?
Do I?
Yes, have some.
Yes, have some.
Is butter a carb?
Will you stop eating?
We elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups. Candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Foodies Watching Movies. It's Season 3, Episode 21. I am your host, Nate. Today, joining me, as always, co-creator of Foodies Watching Movies. Welcome back, Miss Veronica. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Doing great. I'm excited to do this episode.
You sound like a game show host today.
I'm just locked in place today. I don't know. I kind of like him in the...
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
It's, I get lost in the being in the... What is that, being on?
Yeah,
We've had this conversation before. Sometimes when I start a podcast, I'm just super on. But today, joining us, as always, for the pretty much the entire majority of Season 3, welcome back, Miss Sara. How's it going?
You called me Miss Sara.
Yeah, well, I just said Miss Veronica, so I was just being of equal. It wasn't from the other reason.
I was Miss Sara earlier.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know what I am now, but...
Sarah's lived a couple different lives today.
Definitely.
Several.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm almost on planet Earth right now.
So how you doing? Doing okay?
Huh?
She's almost on planet Earth.
She's almost on planet Earth? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
She's had a busy day working up in the big city.
Yeah, I have a super secret job that I can't talk about.
The end. That's exactly how we do that. The end. That was a great story. Congratulations. We're in on Foodies. So, what have we been watching and doing lately, you guys? I know we just had a pretty tasty meal.
I'm super full from dinner.
Yeah,
that was a good dinner. That was good. I've been waiting for that dinner all day.
It's kind of a staple dinner that we typically make, but we kind of took elements from other dinners we make to make this dinner. We don't always go like, I don't know how to say it, but with all the different sides we had, we don't always utilize when we're making a deep fried chicken.
Well, we decided to have some comfort food today. It's been a long couple of weeks. It's been a long month or so. Like, it's been a long year.
Yeah, well said.
It's been a long time, guys. And so we needed some comfort food today. So I made some baller mashed potatoes. The problem with tonight's dinner, though, I will say, is that we ran out of salt.
Oh, that
Did you notice?
I just bought some salt. What happened to it?
It's gone. There's no salt.
I didn't see it, so I don't know if it got squirreled away somewhere else, but I could not locate it. V could not locate it.
Well, I'm only 5'2", so I can only see one shelf of the spice rack.
Fair point.
And there was no salt on it.
Absolutely fair point. Yeah, correct.
That's weird.
It is weird.
It was weird. So that was the only thing that was missing was some salt. I ended up compensating with garlic salt, which I thought was a nice little touch. You know, but
yeah, it was delicious.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. And then we had corn, which we always have, and then I made a roasted broccoli with the 4-state cheddar.
That shit was delicious.
Yeah, that Sargento 4-state cheddar is pretty baller. I'm pretty happy with it.
I shoveled that broccoli into my mouth in like 3 bites. I took like what was left, and I just went like one.
I went back and like scraped the pan of like all the crispy cheese that had like got crispy.
I was sitting there and you're like, I need this.
And I sprinkled it on my mashed potatoes. It was fucking delicious.
Brilliant. That's actually super smart.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Utilizing the different scraps. The chicken was alright. It was another little switch up from my normal. I kind of have a standard recipe, but I changed it up just a little bit this time. You had suggested that I add ranch to the mixture, like a ranch powder, not
We found the bottle of Hidden Valley powdery goodness that you can basically make anything with.
Purified ranch goodness.
Yeah. It's a Midwest thing, whatever. But we thought it'd be good on the chicken, and it was good. I liked it.
Oh, it was really good.
There was nothing wrong with it. I feel like maybe the breading was kind of thick. It could have been like crispier, but I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes I can't get the dial in of the deep fry because we don't have a deep fryer, so I have to do it like old school with just a pan and oil and hope for the absolute best. But
it was still good. I liked it.
Yeah. Do you know what I really want you to do with chicken?
What do you want me to do?
It's an old school American thing.
Sure.
But like, I really want some shake and bake.
Oh,
I need some shake and bake with like some of that.
It's gotta
ranch
be drummies though,
because I spent like $8 on this drum of ranch seasoning. Basically, it's like a size.
It's been worth every penny. I've been making ranch dip a lot.
Yeah, it's like the size of you can buy the Hidden Valley Ranch, like the size of the
like
Parmesan cheese.
shaker.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Parmesan cheese containers. It's just like that. And about the same size.
And you can put it on your popcorn. You can put it on your chicken. You can put it on whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, if you're a real corn-fed Midwestern American, you need a giant thing of ranch seasoning. So yeah, I need that and some shake and bake.
Okay, I'm into it.
Because then you don't have to fry it at all.
Yeah.
My mom never made shake and bake.
It's actually quite good.
Is
it's
it?
a good method. Because all of the cracker crumbs and all of that stuff it like keeps all the moisture in. And you would think that the baking would dry it out, but it doesn't if you do it right. It's
Interesting.
Really good. Yeah.
I'm willing to try it for sure.
Yeah.
I really like the current seasoning you've been doing, the Colonel what is it, Colonel?
Kentucky Kernels.
Kentucky Kernels, yeah. That shit is the bomb. It's so good.
It's pretty good.
It's really good.
Shout out to, once again, a member of the network, Brando, for suggesting Kentucky Kernels. I'll never forget that day.
Was that his suggestion?
100%. We were down doing a bunch of podcasts back a couple years ago, and he's like, "Hey man, I fucked up and I forgot a couple things. I need to get to the store. I need to get some things." I was like, "Sure, let's go. Whatever, cool, we'll roll." So we hop in his Subaru, take off. We're having laughs or whatever. We pull up in the local Walmart, walk in. We're going through the aisles, and he's not at all there for the Kentucky Kernels, and he fucking stops. And he takes 2 steps back, and he's like, "They have this in my store again." 2, puts them in the cart. And I was like, "What's that, man?" He's like, "This is for the greatest chicken you'll ever have in your life. If you ever want to deep fry anything, this is the way." And I was
he
like,
was absolutely correct.
And I was like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "Trust me." He's like, "I'll actually make something when we get to the house." And he whipped up something delicious. I think it was like maybe a deep fried tomato. Or something like that, or like a fried green tomato. That's what I meant to say.
I love fried green tomatoes.
And it was fucking flame. I was like, wow. It's like got like a pepper and a salt, and it's also got this nice crunch to it. But then I also fuck with it. I add some things to it, give it some extra life. I'm really a big fan of garlic.
Yeah, me too.
When I cook. It's like kind of just like a must-use.
Like fresh roasted garlic is the best.
Yes.
You put it in like the foil in the oven.
I love that.
Yeah. I want all the stuff. Like I don't know what my problem is. We just ate.
I know.
Well, we're just thinking about delicious food, so it's just like it's in there.
I want fried green tomatoes again.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Man, do you remember those grilled cheese sandwiches I made with the fried green tomatoes on them?
Yes, I do. They were absolutely stellar because I deep fried the tomatoes and then you put them onto the.
They were great.
That was really good. That was really good.
I was going to say something about something to do with cooking, and my brain just it totally escapes me. I was on the path of like something.
You were almost there.
I was almost there. I had a lead in, something good to say. I can't quite.
I don't know. We've been having some good food lately, though.
Yeah.
Have we talked about the new Thai place yet?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Did we?
We did, yes.
Yeah,
we definitely did.
Well, I can't stop thinking about it. We had it again because it
We
was
have
so
had
good.
it the second time. Yes, that's absolutely
and the
factual.
second time was as equally delicious.
Yeah.
So I would highly recommend Spicy Thai in Maryville. It was very good. I liked it.
Yeah, and the people are super nice there. They're really friendly. It was really nice to see that when we went in the second time, there were several people that were in their in their dining facility.
Yeah, there were people actually
and
having
people
dinner.
were like coming in and out for pickup orders, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, good on you. I want to see you guys succeed because your food is really good. And then I looked at their curry menu, and I've decided the next time we have it, as long as it's not on a show day,
Yeah,
I'm having red
don't
curry.
want curry
You
on the
can't.
show day.
No.
Don't be that fool.
No, that's minimum comfort. I want maximum comfort on a show day. That's
Yeah.
twitchy on this throne the whole time. Like, oh God, hope everything's cool. Be good. Be kind to me, belly.
Uh-huh.
Don't
you know
betray
what
me.
else that I made yesterday that was really good comfort food was those egg salad croissants.
That's what I was going to talk about. Is your egg salad is off the chain.
Yes, it is. It's very delicious, if I do say so myself.
It seems kind of simple, though. Could you break down how you make your egg salad, or is it like a family secret? Are we keeping it to the family?
No, it's not a secret. It's super easy.
Okay, sure.
It's super basic. I just do whatever kind of seasonings I'm feeling, which is mostly like celery salt, yellow mustard, mayo. I put a couple shakes of Worcestershire sauce in, which is kind of a secret, I guess. And I do garlic salt, pepper, and regular salt, I guess.
Okay.
And that's it.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's the Worcestershire and the celery salt that makes it for me. And
It's
you'd said
really
that
good.
it would be good with like pickles, which it would be. But I made like I buttered some croissants and toasted them, and then put that 4 cheese cheddar on it, and then the egg salad, and it was delicious.
Shout out to Aldi for delicious croissants.
Yeah, surprisingly good croissants at Aldi.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, I know that, you said all your ingredients. I don't really know if just saying all the ingredients, I quite understand the methodology because I've never made egg salad before. So, Sarah, you have a technique on hard boiling the eggs in such a way that they're really easy to peel, right?
I mean, not really. It just depends on, you just kind of have to get it just right.
It's like a luck of a draw.
Everybody
It
says
depends
there's
on
a
the
trick to
eggs.
it. Yeah, it honestly just depends on the age of the eggs and, whether you got like cage-free or really fancy eggs, or if you got like the dollar eggs or like whatever. Like it depends on a lot of different things like that. I haven't found any trick that really makes that much of a difference. I've tried all the different internet tricks.
A lot of people like the vinegar trick or the salt trick, where you just add a teaspoon of white vinegar to it and like a couple shakes of salt.
I don't find that helps much with the peeling. I feel like it helps if it cracks open, and it starts to leak out in the middle of cooking. That can help, stabilize that, I guess, make it not leak out so much. But no, I feel like it's honestly in the window, like when you take it off the heat and you put it on the cold. You have to get them really, really cold, because think about
Ice
the
bath.
properties of what happens to stuff when it gets cold.
It gets shatterable.
It shrinks, right?
Right.
So
Yes.
the inside of that egg and that membrane, it's going to shrink on the inside. So you have to get it really, really cold. I think that's what happened earlier, because the eggs were getting tore up when you were trying to peel them, but they were really warm still.
Right.
We
I
didn't
was
have
just
ice.
trying to get some eggs for you before you had to leave, so I wasn't worried about shocking them.
No, but it's not even like shocking as far, like you have to leave them in there. The last time I did it, when they turned out, I mean, it was like I showed Nate, I pulled one of the eggshells off, and it was like
perfect.
Yeah, it like came off all in one like
you could have just suctioned the egg out of the shell.
Yeah, and I took it, I used the same method that we used to cook them, which I have to remember off the top of my head. I can't remember things right now.
You just boil it or you just bring it to a boil, and then once it
you
boils,
put the eggs in first.
you cover
though.
it.
Yeah, you put the eggs in and you cover them with water first. You don't boil the water first and then put the eggs
You
in.
cover the eggs with water, and then you bring it to a boil, and then you take it off the heat and cover it for. I did it for 11 minutes.
11 minutes is like
that was
the
perfect.
Yeah, that's a good. That's
and
a really
you put
good
them in
method.
an ice bath, and you're good to peel.
Yeah, you just leave them in there though. That's the thing.
Let
you got to
'em get
let them
nice and icy.
internally get
'Cause it'll
cold.
be easier to peel.
Yeah, that'll help. I think that's what I found, because I really like eggs. You guys, I talk about them a lot. It's kind of
And then you break the shell. Once you've peeled the shells, you take all the things and you put it into a bowl and do all the mixture.
What I do is I just put the peeled eggs into a bowl, and then I mash them up with a fork, because I like my egg salad to be kind of chunky,
Yeah, I like that too.
And then I mix in my wet ingredients just to get it to a consistency, and then I do my seasonings, and I season to taste.
Nice.
Yeah. Some people chop the eggs afterwards, or some people use like a potato masher.
Oh, interesting. That makes sense.
I just used a fork because I didn't feel like dirtying the potato masher.
Right.
I didn't feel like washing more dishes, so I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, the key is to not overwork the eggs, though, because then you get egg paste.
Right.
You know, then you get like what
it's
you
like
put
not
on.
fluffy, but it's like super
Yeah,
gluey.
you want it to be fluffy.
And that's why a fork works well, too, because it keeps the pieces chunkier.
Yeah, that's grandma's way.
Yeah, shit.
Man,
Yeah.
So you guys tell me all the secrets. I didn't know how to make that. And then you just buttered your croissants and whipped up the sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in my mouth. Deliciousness.
Yeah, it was delicious.
It was stellar.
Today I made the leftover egg salad on grilled cheeses, and that was really
that
good.
was yummy. Yeah.
With that cheddar again.
It was really tasty.
It was good.
So, you know what wasn't tasty that you guys were complaining to me about? Or maybe they were tasty because they're all gone. These delicious red snacks that I want to volley to you that have a very specific taste.
Oh.
The Twizzlers.
Not the Twizzlers. Were they Twizzler brand? I didn't know. Oh, they were?
Yeah,
okay.
they were Twizzler.
Yeah.
They were the cherry punch and lemonade flavored Twizzlers that are like filled with shit.
Yeah, the stuff that should not be food.
I mean, they're not a new product.
Decided.
When I was expecting my child, I would get like a bag of this shit a week, and I was scarfing it down. And telling Sarah, I was like, I can't believe I didn't have gestational diabetes because I was eating a fuck ton of Twizzlers.
That stuff is like just liquid. I mean, just straight sugar.
Oh
It's
my
like,
god!
Yeah, those whatever's inside of those things, like my teeth are aching just thinking about it.
Well, needless
right
to say, we ate the whole bag.
Yum.
I mean, regardless of
You
the fact
guys
that
killed
it
it off.
didn't really taste the best, but I still was doing it. Like, it should not have been food. It tasted like I was eating plastic, but it was delicious, so I kept eating it.
Yeah, and then I gave the observation to you when we were in the car.
Oh, it was
after
so
we got
funny.
them.
I took one bite and I tasted it, and she said it like right, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's exactly what it was."
Yeah. Do you want me to reveal?
Or,
yeah.
Or do you want me to tell the third part of this where you guys tried to get me to guess and I failed miserably?
Yeah, you had no idea.
Well, yeah, you just told the part. That was the part. You did it. You just told it. That's all there was to tell.
Okay, continue.
But yeah, that was it. No, this particular brand, the pink version, whatever
cherry
the pink
punch.
one is there. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
No. You take one bite of that, and like when you sort of smell it and taste it at the same time,
That first bite.
the first bite is straight up Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Like old school, like it like
it's
shocked
exactly
me.
what you would want Play-Doh to taste like.
Right, because it didn't taste bad per se.
But it's
because
not
it's a bunch
food.
of sugar. It shouldn't be
But
food.
you shouldn't be eating it.
No, but like when you imagined as a kid, like, oh, I wonder if I ate this. Oh, I better not.
Yeah, and
know
then
how
you lick it
kids
and then
do?
it's pure salt. No, this was
Play-Doh's
like
just
pure
disgusting.
sugar.
Yeah.
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 No, this is what you would. Yeah, what your dream Play-Doh tastes like.
Yeah, it's dream Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Dream Play-Doh, come to life.
Mm-hmm. If you
Yeah.
ever wanted to eat Play-Doh,
Delicious.
try the Twizzlers.
But we did try to get Nate to eat the Play-Doh Twizzlers and guess it.
I did a very poor job.
He didn't guess it.
No, you did not. I can't remember what he said. You liked the watermelon ones we got too. We got the pull and peel watermelon Twizzlers.
Oh,
Pull and peels sometimes, man.
The
Next
cherry ones
level.
are the best. The
Yeah,
cherry pull and
I like
peels are
the
the
OG
best.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
They have the best texture.
The OG, you say?
Yeah, what?
As in the new show debuting this Friday on the Journey into Comics Network, the OGs,
Ew.
featuring myself and former Journey into Comics co-host and co-founder of the Journey into Comics Network, Brandon Stone. Cheap plug.
Is this
Hey-o.
the Truman Show?
Yeah.
Speaking of foodies,
In case I don't
watching
see you later,
movies
good
and
morning,
shit.
good evening, and good night.
Have you guys seen that new little video floating around Facebook of Jim Carrey with his face superimposed over Jack Nicholson in The Shining?
No.
Yelling at Shelley Duvall.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god!
Because
It's fucking perfect. It's so creepy.
they've been doing deep fakes, right?
Yeah,
because
that's
they've
what
got
it
this
is.
technology where they can put somebody's face on another face.
Okay.
Well, they also did
That's what
It was
they did
hilarious. It totally worked.
They did Family Matters, but it was Mike Tyson Family Matters, and every person in Family Matters was Mike Tyson.
Oh, okay. I've seen some of this stuff floating around. I was wondering what the
Well, the Jim Carrey
Meme.
Jack Nicholson one was like uncanny. It was crazy.
I did see one that was funny. I didn't know that was like
what that was
thing.
called
a
or
new
whatever.
trending
Yeah,
thing.
it's a
I just saw something that was funny. I was like, I can't remember what it is now though. It was a good one.
Well, people are just trying to utilize and show how easily those things can be manipulated leading into this next election because videos can be faked to say things that they aren't. Like they did one with Kate McKinnon doing Elizabeth Warren, and it was ridiculously uncanny because they put Elizabeth Warren's face on actual Kate McKinnon doing this. It was good. It was intense.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's scary. Well, the world is a scary place, guys.
It is. And speaking of world being a scary place, I know this isn't particularly a movie, but we have been watching a show that captivated us.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should spend a little bit of time talking about that. Do you guys want to break it down?
Okay, well, I had wanted to see this show when I heard about it. It is a show that came out on FX, American Crime Story. It's done by Ryan Murphy, the same guy who does American Horror Story. And it's like, I think this is the second season of it because the first season was about the OJ trial.
Oh.
And then this is the second season. It's called The Assassination of Gianni Versace. And I think that it's done really well. I'm super into it. Like I was watching this first episode just to like do a trial run to see if it's something that I wanted Sarah to watch. And I was watching it and I was like, oh my God, Sarah's going to love this show.
Yeah, they got me.
Yeah, hook and sinker.
Well, it's the crazy thing because I got out of the shower like after because I'd worked at Dad's, you know, and you had it on, and I just like sat down and was like,
"It sucked you in."
What is this? And you're like, "It's the Assassination of Gianni Versace," and I was like, "Oh, it's a movie, cool." And like I think I said it, and I don't know if you really caught it, but then I think I said it again, and you're like, "No." It's a series, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And it has done such a fantastic job of storytelling.
It's really interesting.
Like, this is a factual thing that actually happened, and they're taking from, I don't know how they're coming up with their timeline of events, obviously history and the way the story actually played out and whatnot. But
it's all over the place, the way it's shot.
You get this crazy, like, Tarantino vibe where you're not sure exactly when in the timeline.
Yeah, it jumps around a lot.
It's all happening. Yeah, exactly.
It's really good. I really like it. They're kind of using this story to explore homophobia in the 90s. You know what I mean? That's like a really big underlying message of this series, and and also like mental health and. Oh man, it's just this story is so fucked up because like I remember when it happened in like 1997, reading about it in like People magazine and stuff, and it's just been interesting to go back to that time period. And the show is really cool. It's done really well. It's really smart and well acted. Surprisingly, I mean, I can't stand Penelope Cruz's teeth in it. Like she's wearing some weird caps, and
she's maybe the weak point of this. But like, it's got Ricky Martin in it, and he's slaying in it, and the people they have cast as the main protagonist, I guess. I'm not sure how you'd say that, but like Versace's character and Cunanan's character are so well cast.
Yeah, this is a really, really well cast show, for sure. And I don't know, I was super into it. I was so pleased when I was watching it. I was like, yes, this is going to be another one that we enjoy. Finally, a good show.
Yeah, it's like we have other shows. Stranger Things season 3 just came out.
Yeah,
we are not
watched that
on
yet.
that. We are all about this American Crime Story.
Yeah, and it's only like 9 episodes, so I mean, it's something that we can just like get through and be done with.
Be like, okay, cool, now I need a shower.
Right.
Sometimes those episodes.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
Whoa.
Right. I keep wondering like how many details of the murders that they're
actually using.
Yeah, that they're using.
And then that's creepy in and of itself to like assume.
From what I can tell you, it's pretty accurate on the known details, like with the murders and whatnot. The only thing that has been like, speculated about and like kind of pissed off the families was just like the social interactions. That's been dramatized for TV or whatever.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot
apparently
of that.
It's like it's pretty on point and accurate, because it is a true crime story, so there are details that are, facts that they're basing it off of. I think they're doing a good job. It's really got me hooked.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Now I want to go watch the OJ season.
I heard that one was really good.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I remember when that was going down.
I remember that.
Man.
Yeah, I don't really remember the Versace thing so much. Like 1997 for me is like Independence Day. Like that was one of the greatest movies of all time. I wasn't really paying attention to, any of that.
It was all about the Titanic in '97.
Yeah,
it was all about Leonardo DiCaprio.
I saw that in theaters. I think everybody did.
Yeah, that was really awkward. Being like, let's see, 1997. I was 10. Going to the movie theater with my dad and his girlfriend, Cinnamon, at the time.
Cinnamon.
That's real. That's her real name, birth name from her mother. Yeah. And of course, there's titties in it because Paint Me Like One of Your French Girls, Jack. And it was very awkward for me, like the most hyper awkward. 'Cause I'm just like weird.
I had to see Titanic in theaters more than once because I missed so much of it the first time because I kept having to get up to pee because of all the water, and I had like a big slushie or whatever, and I was so mad, so I had to go see it again.
That's funny.
Wow.
Did you only see it the 2 times?
I think I saw it 3 times in theaters.
I'm certain I only saw it once in theaters, and I think I maybe have only seen it once since then.
Yeah, I
Not
loved that movie.
That was
I
a
had it on
slumber party
VHS,
movie
like both copies, tape A, tape B.
Yep,
but I would
that was
never
a
watch
dually.
tape B because I just wouldn't put it in and be like, and they lived happily ever after
Yeah.
the end.
I feel like we've talked about this before.
Yeah, sometimes I would just turn movies off when I felt like it was the happiest part of the ending because I
we're
knew what
done.
was coming, and I was like, and done.
It's way worse, yeah.
And they lived happily ever after.
Talking about American Crime Story, we watched something today. You and I did. Sarah, you didn't get a chance to watch this, but I think you would actually, she would love it, right?
I think she might like it.
Yeah. So this movie...
Yeah, she would like it. It was good.
Yeah, this movie called American Animals, okay? And it's about these 2 guys who decide that they are going to steal a famous book full of paintings.
A bunch of rare books.
From a library, essentially, that only this little old lady is guarding, okay?
At their university.
Okay.
Sounds involved.
It's a real story, okay? Not based on a real story. It's a real story.
Okay. It was crazy.
Here's the crazy part. They don't just, while it's a movie and you get that movie experience... During the movie, there are scenes and parts where the actual people are talking about the event.
Like narrating it like a documentary.
And then, there was, a moment where the one guy's like, I'm pretty sure we were outside at a party when he first discussed stealing the books. And then the guy who first brought it up, he's like, we were in our car, we were on our way to this place, it was November.
Like they shoot the movie from the guy's 2 different men's perspectives.
It shifts, and then they actually have one of the guys sitting with the guy that acts as him, Evan Peters, and he goes, is this how you remember it? And he's like, no, not exactly, but if Spencer said this is how it went down, it must be true, But
it was a really clever, interesting, artsy heist movie.
Yeah, and it's it's a very real thing.
It was definitely a 2019 heist movie, but it was really good. I liked it. I would recommend it. American Animals, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Evan Peters is in it. He was that guy from American Horror Story, the young kid. I guess he's not young. He's our age, right? He's in his 30s.
Yeah, he's not a young kid. He's literally
he
33.
plays the younger character in that show, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
He's also Quicksilver in the X-Men movies.
Not in Marvel movies, in the X-Men movies. The goggle-wearing mofo.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. Sorry. This is my best memory. Do you guys have any movie recommendations? I know you and I just kind of recommended
I do.
that, but go ahead, bring it on.
I've been wanting to watch this freaking movie forever. And it's finally on Hulu. We haven't been able to find it anywhere. I'm always looking for it at Disc Replay or wherever I'm at. Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make you guys watch it probably today.
Cool, we're into it.
Well, I'll have you guys watch it as your homework, and we'll report back on the next Foodies. But it is on Hulu, and it is one of my favorite movies. It's about aspiring beauty queens in a very small Minnesota town.
Nice.
Minnesota. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That makes me excited.
Lots of coffee and bars. Oh, yeah. Don't you know?
Sarah, did you have any movie recommendations?
Movie recommendations?
Yeah, stuff that you might think somebody would want to watch. Things that
man.
tickle your fancy.
That's I don't know if I could come up with anything right now.
That's cool because.
Oh, you have something to say?
No, I was just going to say, if you don't have anything, I can pivot us into another really good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I should have something, but I don't right now.
That's okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah. I will say you guys have a lot to discuss because we left our viewers on a cliffhanger last episode. You guys had watched 3 of the 4 parts of The Stand. And I watched part 4 with you, and what the fuck was
Holy
that?
Pile of shit.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it up. Let's talk about it.
Well, there's not really much to say. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen on a screen.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's bad.
It was
real bad. It was real dumb.
And I was even more mad because I kept going, this is Stephen King. This is Stephen King. What? Why was it so bad? It didn't have to be that bad. There were like little nuggets of things in it that were like kind of sweet. But
it could have been, well,
it could have been super
I guess that
interesting.
could bring us to our next point and talk about how interesting it is that right after we finished watching The Stand from like the 90s out of nowhere because I saw it in a dollar bin at Walmart or something.
Yeah, we did. We bought it in the
like,
$5 bin.
We're like, we need to watch this movie.
Yeah.
We've never seen it.
We were
It's
like,
going to be
yeah,
great.
Stephen King.
Nostalgia.
Cheesy stuff. Let's do it.
Yay. So we decided to watch it. And then they announced that they're making a new The Stand.
Yeah, James Marsden's in it. Amber Heard. They just cast Marilyn Manson for it.
Whoopi Goldberg.
What?
Yeah, Marilyn Manson's going to be in it as well as doing a song for the soundtrack. Like an original
you
song.
know what? I'm going to say this. For once, I'm looking forward to a remake.
Yeah.
Well, check it out.
I bet this remake will be better.
Yeah.
I hope it's better.
Yeah, it was very confusing to me. I had no idea about the story.
Don't worry,
plot
we
or
were just as
anything.
confused. You didn't have to watch any of it at all.
It's crazy.
What network is doing this remake?
So it looks like I don't know who is doing the new. I'm trying to find it here in this little article.
Well, they haven't announced who's going to be playing Randall Flagg, the D-man. The demon.
Well, let's see. We've got confirmed cast members include James Marsden as Stu Redmond, who is described as a Texan who is the first man discovered to be immune to the Captain Trips virus that has
was Gary
ravaged
Sinise's character.
the planet. Amber Heard is Nadine Cross, a private school teacher, and virgin who believes she has a unique destiny to be.
Yeah, that's believable.
Let's see, by Randall Flagg's side, Odessa Young as Franny Goldsmith, Henry Zaga as Nick Andros. They don't know some of the other people's
Rob Lowe
roles.
I wish they would cast Rob Lowe in something.
Back as himself, just cast him as himself again.
Yeah.
He's just an older version of this
He was
version
the
of
best
He is
part.
ageless.
He was the best part of that whole
It was ridiculous.
experience.
But apparently, Marilyn Manson is doing a cover of The End by The Doors with Shooter Jennings. And the decision to do that kickstarted them doing their own album together.
Interesting.
That is very interesting.
How about that?
Yeah, that's very bizarre. You know, I meant to mention this a little bit ago. We kind of forgot, though. American Animals was actually a Movie Pass movie. Like, they dumped money into it. They, like, sponsored it to make it a
I had no
big
idea
movie.
that MoviePass was even making movies.
Well, they were trying to, right at the height of them making money. Like, let's try to spread ourselves out quickly and get this money distributed elsewhere, right? Well, obviously, MoviePass has not been doing good, but as of last week, MoviePass shut down once again, and it looks like they're shutting down indefinitely. I didn't know they were still going.
I didn't even know that was still a thing. I thought that was done.
They throttled so bad and made you pick what... I mean, they were pretty much making you pay for movies even though you had MoviePass. It was like, what was the point of even having it, you know?
I don't know. I don't really know that much about it, other than we were super jazzed when it first was a thing.
Well, yeah, because they said that you could like go watch it was
whatever
like
you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea
They had
behind
a bad
it's
business
great.
model, I guess.
Yes, it did. It definitely did.
Yeah, that's why we can't have nice things, guys.
So I don't know where you guys want to go next. There's a lot of different stuff to talk about and discuss and bring up in the movie world, in not necessarily in the food world, because food is food. We eat. We have to. Like, we get down on pizza. We don't care.
Yeah.
The end.
The end.
But I will say that there's some controversy. There's an actor that's passed away. let's read this headline and get your rapid response. We were just talking about Twizzlers earlier. You can now order 5 pounds of Twizzlers just in case you're really hungry, and those Twizzlers come direct from the factory to your door.
Well, how about that? If only it were the original Butterfingers, and then I'd give a shit.
Yeah, for real.
Ayo.
Bring back the OG Butterfinger.
Mm-hmm.
We need it. We want it.
Mm-hmm.
We're sad we don't have it. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you need 5 pounds of Twizzlers?
No.
That is a lot.
That's a lot of Twizzlers.
But
I mean, I suppose if it's like the Halloween or something, that's the only time I would ever invest in something like that.
wait a minute. I think the 5-pound Twizzlers is like this one, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of Twizzlers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You can pre-order them now. They'll be on Hershey's site. They'll ship August 12th. Let's see what the price is. Do you guys have any guess? 5-pound Twizzler.
I would have no idea.
I'm gonna say
I never buy them
$35.
anymore.
5 pounds of Twizzlers, like plus shipping, or just like retail?
Just retail.
For 5 pounds of Twizzlers, I'm going to say like $13.99.
Great guess, V.
I don't know.
Shot in the dark.
For 5 pounds of Twizzlers, I guess I'll say $12.
$29.99.
Damn.
$30.
Nobody's gonna pay $30 for a tub of Twizzlers.
No, that's stupid.
That's crazy.
That's $6 a pound.
You go to, you know what you can do? You can go to the local, like, CVS, your local drugstore, and you can buy, like, a little bucket in the summer section, just like they have, and you can buy more than 5 pounds of Twizzlers, I bet, and put it in said bucket.
Yeah.
And then have yourself a bucket.
I mean, what is that? Just convenience of being delivered to your house? Who's ordering that many Twizzlers?
Also, maximum freshness. You're getting them direct from the factory. They're not going and sitting on a shelf waiting. They're not getting boxed.
They're jerks for charging a premium.
Word. Yeah, no.
I don't buy it.
So you're not having it.
And I won't buy it.
I wonder, what else are you guys not having or buying? There's a controversy in the Disney world. Do we want to touch on it? It's your favorite movie.
Ugh. I feel
we
like
have to.
I feel like it's this water cooler moment is some kind of weird distraction that I don't really think anybody actually cares about. It's like, why is this an issue? My God.
I think you have people who believe that race is everything, and I think that they look, and I mean, this isn't just in Disney. This has happened in Marvel movies and other kinds of movies and castings. Michael B. Jordan famously got shit all over when he was cast as Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm can't be black. What the fuck? Whatever. But he did a great job, and then he gets the redemption moment doing Black Panther and whatnot. And I think that it's like as we geared closer to a world where everybody is going to be equal, we have to trudge through the shit of real inequality and people that actually hate it. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I'm just so confused by the fact that there's still people out there in this day and age that would get so upset about the Little Mermaid cartoon.
Yeah.
It's like, for real, guys, it's not even it's like a fucking made up cartoon character. Who cares?
I will say.
Who cares?
I will say there was really a little bit of a funny thing that happened out of this whole thing, because Haley Bailey is the name of the girl that got cast. Okay, people thought Halle Berry got cast as the Little Mermaid, and people were spamming her with hate mail, and she's like, "What the fuck? I got nothing to do with this. Like, what are you doing?
Wow.
Get out of here." Just goes to show people on the internet are not that smart.
Well, I feel like this is probably just. I mean, who cares what I think? I don't.
Listeners care.
I don't care. I mean, who cares? It's a story. Is a story. Is a story.
Exactly. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
No, not at all.
I think it's silly, and I think it's just another conversation that the zeitgeist is having that, is just to take away from, I don't know. I don't know what I'm babbling about.
Do you think maybe some people are just mad that they changed the details of the character at all?
Maybe.
Could be, yeah.
You know, because I'm thinking as a nerd looking in our room here with all this stuff, and I'm just going, okay, if they took somebody like Yondu and they made his skin green instead of blue, people would be really upset about that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because it's
like,
a minor
there's
detail.
certain details that, like I wish they would just start making really creative, badass princesses like they have been. Like, I don't know why they needed to change somebody. Like, I'm not against that, the fact that they changed.
Yeah.
It's a non-issue, really. I just don't know creatively why they chose to do that. I just feel like it's cheap. They
probably did that because they knew that it was going to be the best advertisement that movie was going to get.
It's controversial.
Because what else are they going to do?
You know?
Like, these movies, like we were talking about earlier, these live-action Disney movies are probably only being done to retain their copyrights, so they don't lose the rights to these movies to other studios who wants to buy them or whatever. So they're just going to put them out, and that's like their advertising strategy, I suppose. Get people talking about it, and I bet everybody's going to see it now,
Well, and I mean, Aladdin opened up huge at the box office.
Yeah,
It
now
did
The
really
Lion
good.
King.
The Lion King's about to open huge at the box office. I will say they did some marketing for Lion King I fucking loved, where they took a profile shot of the actor that played or voiced whatever character, and then like their CG counterpart facing each other.
I saw
It looks
those.
really cool. Yeah, massive cast. I mean, tons and tons. Beyonce's in it. Donald Glover,
I love Donald Glover.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've got John Oliver and Seth Rogen and Billy Eisner, the guy from Billy on the Streets, are Timon and Pumbaa, and then the other guy.
Zazu.
Yeah, Zazu, thank you. I can't remember who they have for Scar, but it's a good casting as well. It's just like one of those things, like, sure, but my argument is this. How are you going to call The Lion King a live-action representation of Lion King? It's fully CGI.
Right.
The entire movie is CGI cinematography.
Yeah.
It's not live
That's
action.
another one. I don't know. I don't want to revisit that, like...
Too sad.
Like, emotional horror show, man. That's a horror movie to me. Like...
To go back to last episodes, what are real horror movies? It's Free Solo and The Lion King are real horror movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
For real. Land Before Time, horror movie. That's an awful movie.
Sad.
Bambi, of
Horror
course,
movie.
classic horror movie, classic horror film. Okay, that is a deer's nightmare.
Yeah.
Right there. That is wacky. I don't want to be involved in that. I don't need to see the whole thing happen in real CGI, real life. Okay?
Right.
That's not, I'm always the naysayer. Sorry to be the naysayer.
Yeah.
But, I don't understand it. I mean, I get what, I don't know.
Speak your piece. No, speak your piece. I think
No,
you've got something.
because, there's too many opinions. That's all that a podcast is, right? That's all podcasts are these days. Opinion. Why does my opinion about it matter?
Because
that's how I feel too.
It's because people
Why does
are
it
listening
matter?
to our show to get our opinions. They're not listening.
Well, they know I'm going to grumble about it if they're listening to me at all ever on this thing.
Yeah, you're right.
They know I'm going to complain about it.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
I feel like
Hey.
I don't. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, well, on to happier news. I want to say that everybody is like hyped on the new Mulan.
What's that? I didn't even see that.
They're doing a live action Mulan.
Oh God, we're still here.
More
you
Disney,
said we're moving
more
on.
Disney.
Well, I just wanted to mention briefly that people are like, okay, let me explain.
The bubble world.
When Aladdin and like Lion King's trailers and stuff came out, people were like, fuck, I don't need to see this. But apparently, this is like, think about the story of Mulan. It's kind of a badass story. So, done real life would kind of be really fucking badass. And it looks
What
really
you know what?
badass.
Has anybody learned anything from what happened to television when they said, "What if it was real life?" What if we had reality TV? What if it was real? Didn't anybody learn anything about what happens when you try to make it too real? It's not meant to be.
You're right.
Real.
You're right.
They're gonna make a weird genre of quasi-real things. They're gonna be abominations. I don't want to watch them.
Okay, fair point.
I don't know.
Fair point. That was off.
Okay.
Okay, let's actually depart.
I actually don't feel that way. I'm just in a rare mood today.
Fine.
Have you heard about the new? I'm sure Sarah's stoked about this one. So
Great.
John
Let's
Turturro
go.
is doing a spin-off movie from The Big Lebowski
Okay.
called Jesus Rolls, and it's about the Jesus.
Is it the same guy?
It is John Turturro, yeah.
Well,
Jesus Rolls, the Big Lebowski spinoff, set to hit theaters early as like February 2020.
well, who's making the movie? I know that he's
Written, directed, and starring John Turturro. He's doing it all.
Oh.
Jesus Rolls will tell an all-new story featuring the cult character, offering a look at what he's been up to in the years since The Big Lebowski. On Monday morning, Screen Media announced that it had acquired the North American distribution rights to the movie and planned to release it in theaters in early 2020. The Coen brothers aren't involved in the spinoff, but they reportedly gave their blessing to John Turturro to do so.
Interesting.
Correct.
mildly interested.
Oh my
we
gosh.
shall see. We shall see.
I'm the smiley face without the rosy cheeks right now.
Yeah, like, okay.
But if there was like a sideways smiley face, not fully upside down.
Let's turn them half rounds upside down.
Yeah.
So let's give you the rest of the cast. Here's some other names that are going to be joining him for this movie. We've got Bobby Cannavale, John Hamm, Susan Sarandon, and Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
I do like Susan Sarandon.
I like Pete Davidson and John Hamm quite a bit.
Yeah, John Hamm's pretty great.
Yeah, he's awesome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. I'm really excited.
Okay.
It says it feels like a good time to release a transgressive film about the stupidity of men who try and fail and try better to understand and penetrate the mystery of women. I look forward to working with Screen Media and bringing our work and the character of Jesus to American audiences. That was from John Turturro.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, Sarah, how do you feel about a Jesus spinoff? Do we need it?
Do we need it? I don't know. I guess find out after it's been viewed. I don't know.
I'd have to see a trailer before I'd form an opinion about that.
Yeah, totally. That's kind of how I feel,
right,
too.
because with minor characters in movies that, yes, it was a hit of the 90s, but millennials don't know about that movie. They don't care about that movie. Like,
I don't know. Lebowski Fest is pretty huge now. It's kind of a thing.
well, yeah, for what age demographic?
All ages. Well, not all ages, obviously,
Technically
but
all
like
ages, but, you know,
20 and up.
Whatever. I don't know about that. I haven't been to that. I don't know what that is.
My friend Kristen used to live down in Louisville, and she went to Lebowski Fest, and she said that it was fucking amazing. Everybody was bowling, and everybody was drinking White Russians and wearing their robes. She said it was a good time.
A lot of
That
people
is
will probably.
insane.
Yeah.
What sort of fandom is that?
It's the dude,
Sounds all
man.
right to me. It abides.
Dude abides.
Yeah.
Maximum comfort.
I didn't even know about this.
Shut
I
the
don't
fuck
know
up,
about
Donnie.
things.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
Yeah, what about Donnie's story?
You're
I
entering
wanna
a
know
world of
about
pain, Donnie.
Steve Buscemi, where are you? I want to know about Donnie's story. But no,
Donnie.
I
Maybe
will
he'll
watch
make
this
a-
movie. You
maybe-
know I'm going to watch it.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think so.
you know that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I'll give it a shot. I don't want to judge it before, you know, sometimes people have a passion for things and it turns out well, and sometimes it just, you know, they have a passion for things. Bless. You know?
Bless.
Sometimes. Yeah, but we'll see.
Bless his heart.
All right, I got a little fast foodies news for you girls. These are a couple headlines. We can brush through them real quick. I just want your hot take opinions. Children have officially launched a petition asking both McDonald's and Burger King to remove toys from kids' meals.
Interesting.
Correct.
Which children?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read them.
Children?
Who is children?
Whose children?
It says, a petition that's been circulating from a pair of kids is asking McDonald's and Burger King to reconsider handing out plastic toys with your kids' meals in an effort to help save the environment. Though the petition itself has been around for a while, it's just started to gain steam in plastic-free circles and is now encroaching on the 500,000 signatures.
Well, I don't think that they'll ever get rid of toys. Maybe they'll cut back on plastic toys, but I don't think that they're going to want to lose that business model because that's how they get the kids to eat the Happy Meals.
Yeah,
Right.
It's the promise of toys.
It says here, we like to go eat at Burger King and McDonald's, but children only play with the plastic toy they give us for a few minutes before they get thrown away and harm animals and pollute the sea. That's only kind of true. I have toys from Happy Meals from when I was a kid that I still have today, so I don't think they only get played with for a few minutes and get thrown away. Kids, you're terribly misinformed.
Well, you're a rare breed. You're a rare collector breed.
We want anything they give us to be sustainable so we can protect the planet for us and for future generations.
That's noble.
Yeah, it's very noble. Yeah, I like that a lot. Another fast food hot take here. We've got McDonald's or Burger King Sweden rolls out 50/50 sandwich, challenging you to guess if it's meat or plant-based. So Is
it that weird bleeding fake burger?
Yeah, from the beets.
No. Plant-based meat options have come a long way in recent years in the taste, the feel, and appearance of some faux meats, offering being so close to the real thing that some consumers can't even tell the difference. That's the idea that Burger King Sweden is playing off of with their new 50/50 menu. As reported by Chewboom, if customers at a fast food chain in Sweden location order off the 50/50 menu, they will receive a plant-based Rebel Whopper or a plant-based Rebel Chicken King, or the real meat versions of the same sandwiches. With the sandwiches being visually identical, the only way customers would be able to tell the difference between the meat and plant-based options is taste. But Burger King is betting that customers won't be able to tell either way. So they're testing to see if they can just get rid of the idea of meat because it's actually starting to become a problem.
Right.
Fast food hamburger consumption. So
wouldn't that be interesting if a major fast food chain just ditched meat altogether?
it could be a game changer.
And Burger King needs corporate suicide.
It could be too, yeah. But Burger King, I think, needs a overhaul. They need something fresh to give themselves a new leg to stand on. Their food's terrible. Ever go to Burger King. I never, in any options, think that Burger King is a place I want to go.
I go through phases with them only because they have I just think of mustard when I think of Burger King. They put a lot of mustard on things. I don't know why they put a lot of mayonnaise on their they put mayonnaise on their chicken
God, just like
too.
Wendy's.
I don't understand. God, I don't even get me started on the mayonnaise today.
I'm getting you started on it.
I don't want to
do
talk about mayonnaise today.
It ruins her day every time it happens.
It is horrible because they always put triple. I don't understand that. Who are you people? Why did you demand all the mayonnaise on all the sandwiches that are out there?
And then when you ask for no mayonnaise,
sandwiches?
They put extra mayonnaise on both sides.
That really
Every freaking
Top
time.
bun and bottom bun at the Wendy's and Lowell. Man, they're a-holes there. They don't care at all.
And b-holes. All of them. I don't understand that trend at all.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I really don't. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. What was I talking about?
We were just talking about the options of Burger King switching it up.
It would be interesting. I don't think any restaurant would totally get rid of the meat, but if they instead flipped the script and the rare item on the menu was the actual meat burger instead of the veggie burger. And it was like an 80-20 thing.
Like 90-10 even.
Yeah,
that's actually
where
brilliant.
they kept their OG things, like one chicken sandwich and
one original Whopper.
And then the rest of it is their plant-based stuff that a lot of people want these days.
My question is, how are they deciding in the grill? Is it some dude telling okay, now you got to do veggie, now you got to do this, now you got to do veggie, now you got to do the regular.
Just do one of each, right?
Well, you would think that, but then it takes away from the 50-50 randomness, because if you order two burgers, you're going to assume one is and one isn't, and that takes away from the fun. You want it to be, so it's does the machine decide? Is it on the ticket?
I see.
That's interesting to think about. I'm not sure logistically how that would actually work out. So those are the fast food hot takes. I will say we had a death in the acting world that kind of sucked. You can dive, you can duck, you can dip, you can dodge. and you can dive, but you can also die. And unfortunately, R.I.P. Torn.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was like the most bad taste eulogy in memorandum.
Sorry.
God.
It's weird. I like Rip Torn. Like, he was a great actor. Dodgeball, obviously.
I'm sure he
Men
would
in
have
Black.
approved of that.
He was Z in Men in Black. But he also was kind of batshit crazy.
In Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah, totally.
God, that movie was hilarious.
I forgot about that movie.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
But Rip Torn kind of lost it. He went off the rails a little bit when in his Twilight years and shit, and like started doing breaking and enterings at like 70 something and just stealing a bunch of shit and got arrested. He was in prison. Yeah, that's for real. That really happened.
Yeah.
Little B&E.
Little B&E never hurt anybody.
Standard Hollywood B&E.
Standard B&E. Yeah, no more.
So that's sad. I saw that yesterday come through the pipeline. I was like, fuck, I guess we're going to have to talk about that on Foodies. So, R.I.P.
I also
Rip
read
Torn.
something sad today that the woman who played Violet on Willy Wonka...
They took her off life support, yeah. I did see that. That sucks.
That's sad. Sad day for Hollywood.
Intense.
But I think we covered this, and we talk about it from time to time. It's just like, our generation's going to get hit with this shit the hardest because we have the most... like spotlight on Hollywood, you know? It's so glamorized, the Hollywood lifestyle, that all of these heroes that we've all made as kids and all these things, we're all going to watch them perish at some point. And it's like worse than our parents even, because our parents maybe had some actors and stuff they cared about, but not on the quantity that we have nowadays. I mean, there's so many people.
Yeah, like when Robin Williams died, that was horrible for
Huge
everybody.
deal. Oh yeah, totally, absolutely. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's just going to be happening more and more the older we get. That sucks. Life sucks. Sorry, guys.
It really does. Does this suck? Chris Rock is remaking Saw. He's doing a Saw reboot.
Oh my
Chris
God.
Rock.
That'll be interesting.
Like, I guess here's the thing. I've always seen and I've always heard people talk about how comedians are the best drama actors because if they can get you to laugh, they can get you to cry. Like, that's not even, it's easy for them, you know? So Chris Rock is comedic. He's also dark as fuck, though. Like, his brain is dark. So, I'm excited for the possibility of a Saw movie, but the first person has been cast, allegedly. Samuel L. Jackson.
Dude, maybe it'll be like Get Out, you know? Maybe it'll be like a total...
a departure from...
Because Jordan Peele's comedian... super dark story, you know. Saw is a super dark. Maybe he's got this just super dark like flair that he's gonna bring to it, you know.
Yeah,
it might be.
I mean, Saw was already really fucking dark.
Yes, it was.
Fucked up
the
movies,
first one is the only one I ever recommend to anybody. That
first
was
three are good. The first three are genuinely good. The trilogy is good.
Really, just horrible things in those sequels, man.
Yeah, I wasn't into those movies.
No,
not my jam.
You would not I don't think you would need to watch either of those movies ever.
I've seen the first two.
Oh, well, yeah. The first one
wasn't into them.
Yeah, the first one had like at least a decent like we get what the Saw thing is now, but then like they just played it into the ground to some degree. They kept doing the same, like, we know it's gonna be the Saw thing.
Play a game.
We know what's coming. But I guess that's the fun of a series, like a franchise or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of series and franchises, the highest grossing franchise in movie history, Marvel, is inching closer and closer to the worldwide all-time box office for one movie, with Avengers Endgame less than 16 million away from the
Avatar?
record. Avatar at 2.78, and they're only 16 million away right now. That is a easy to catch number, let me say.
Yeah. Have they released Endgame on DVD yet?
It comes out late August. Yeah, so it's going to
run.
run.
They haven't even made Wave 2 money yet.
Not quite, no. But those numbers won't count for box office.
Right.
So, but the one thing, though,
if this movie is like still in theaters, right?
Yeah, but if they do like they did with Black Panther and Captain Marvel and they just let it roll out, all the way through their Blu-ray release, people buying the Blu-ray are going to be like, fuck, I want to see this one more time in theaters before it's gone. And hit it one more time, man. And Marvel kind of fucked up. There was the massive backlash for their re-release that was really shitty with unfinished visuals for the Hulk, that his mouth didn't even move when he was talking. Like, trying to use that as a re-release sell in the first minute and a half of Spidey, which was nothing really revealed in that minute and a half of Spidey. A nice tribute to Stan Lee, which I guess was really cool. But, 16 mil away, I think they can do it. And I think we're going to have Marvel sitting atop, or I guess rather Disney sitting atop the throne now, because now even Avatar is a Disney property.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
Disney's going to own the world.
Didn't they already?
The DWO, the Disney World Order. All right, let's close on this one just because it's ridiculous and funny, and I want to say this because I've saved this article. National Treasure. The U.S. National Archives says Declaration of Independence doesn't have a hidden treasure map. And people need to stop asking this question. It's annoying them. National Treasure, put a spotlight on this hidden map on the Declaration of Independence. It doesn't exist. It's not real.
Wow.
But they've had so many people come at them about it that they had to officially make a statement going, no, sit down.
That's hilarious.
But is there anything else we want to discuss before we get out of here tonight, girls?
No, I think we got it covered.
I think we did a really great job. I have a lot of things that we threw out there today and discussed and talked about.
We're going to discuss some of our personal favorites next time, and we've been talking about a bracket, right?
We're getting ready to do the 90s bracket. It's about to happen.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
It's going to be war, but it's going to be fun. But I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of Foodies Watching Movies. As always, folks, check us out on all the different social media sites where you can listen to us on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, Spotify, CastBox, TuneIn, and many others. Just search Journey into Comics Network to get us on the Journey into Comics Network, or go to journeyintocomics.com. Also, go to patreon.com/Journey into Comics. Give us $1 or more for a bunch of early access, exclusive content-y goodness, maybe some stickers and other things. All that money that you go to our Patreon and give us helps us make our network better. I think that is all I have for this week's episode of Foodies Watching Movies. This has been Foodies, Season 3, Episode 21, Maximum Comfort. I am Nate.
Veronica.
Sarah.
We will see you guys later. Eat fearless.